Hello and welcome to India Invest, a channel dedicated to personal finance, money management, and the power of long-term stock investing. On this channel, we share with you tips on how to better manage your money, how to better invest your money, as well as share with you some of our analysis on the best companies and sectors which will be the biggest wealth creator in the coming decades. So this video is a very important video because this is about the biggest risk to your financial life. Now, the main purpose of this channel is to encourage people to pursue financial independence, to avoid and escape the rat race and be on path to an early retirement as well. So all of these things cannot happen if you have a very large financial risk lingering over your head like a sword. So before I tell you what I think the biggest financial risk is, let me ask you what you think is the biggest risk to your financial profile. What is something that would completely unbalance everything you have planned to do with your money? So maybe one of your risky investments go downhill. Maybe you invested a lot of money on crypto without actually understanding how it works or which one you should have bought and when, and you are trapped in a bull market, a bear market of crypto. That's a very big risk. Maybe someone loots your money. Maybe someone scams you and takes out a lot of money from your account. That's possible. Or maybe you end up in an unexpected medical emergency that eventually sucks up a lot of money that you did not expect it to. Now, all of these are valid financial risks, and it can happen to many people from time to time. But the probability of all of these risks is a bit lower than the risk that I'm going to share with you. And the biggest risk, I assume that you may have thought about this too, is what happens if you lose your job. You may get fired. I mean, it doesn't have to be about your performance. Maybe something like COVID strikes and then the economy goes downhill and you are laid off. It's very possible. Bear markets and recessions come along all the time. Or maybe it's your performance. Anything could happen and you could lose your job. So the biggest risk to anyone's financial profile is actually a single source of income. A single source of income is a very, very risky thing because literally everything in your life depends on that one stream of revenue. So why is a single source income risky? Because if you lose it, you fall down 1,000 steps and it may even push you into poverty. So if you do not have a safety net, if you haven't created an emergency fund, or if you haven't invested properly in your glorious past when you had the opportunity to do it, in your bad days, something like this can really kick you where it hurts the most. And for very vulnerable people, this may even push them into poverty. If you have only one source of income, you get tied to it forever and you have to continue even when you don't like the work or have the growth that you would like. Now, this is true. This is the reality for a large number of people. They continue to work at a place where they don't find enough satisfaction, where their work isn't very meaningful, where they're not happy, and they cannot leave. I mean, even if they go to a new place, a new company, it's the same story all over again. You have to get tied to it and you have to continue it. There's no other way. You are literally trapped. And it makes you susceptible to market fluctuations, of course, because sometimes some sectors do well, some other sectors perform poorly, and if you are unfortunately in one of those sectors that performs poorly, then you are susceptible to losing your job. So even the great Warren Buffett has stressed on this a lot, is never depend on a single source of income. And I'm sure that you must have realized that rich people never ever have a single source of income. It's very difficult to actually be rich with only one stream of income. Most people go for uh, 5 or 7 streams of income, and that gives them, a lot of buoyancy. So you must have more than one income source. It may use something that you do already, such as in consulting. So if you are an engineer, for example, you can start freelancing or consulting or something like that if you are a master in your field, or it can be in something completely different. So now we are sort of trying to brainstorm what you can do. Maybe you're thinking, this is the only thing that I know. How will I find a new source of income? But you can. A chemical engineer can be passionate about cricket, a lawyer may love gardening, and a fund manager can totally be into Korean films. So it's important to find a way to monetize your passion. You can do side gigs, you can do freelancing, you can invest. Investing is not really a choice. Investing is a must. If you invest well, you may even start a new source of recurring income through dividends. So if an income stream is your main goal, then maybe you can pursue dividend investing. That works for a lot of people. So don't quit your job just yet, because if you're quitting your job now and going into this new passion that you found, you still have only one source of income. So it's important to not quit your job, put in the hours, keep your head down, work at nights. Your own growth might surprise you, especially if you're doing something in a field that you are very passionate about or you find a lot of meaning in. It will surprise you. If you're consistent, over time you will grow much more rapidly than you ever have in your past career. So think about how you want to move around. You need to start finding ways of making money other than your job. It's very important. It's almost a must in the kind of economy that we are moving towards. So that's it, folks. This was an important video I thought I'd share with all of you. And so please let me know if you found something good from this video or learned something from this video. Also tell me if you have an income source other than your job already, and maybe some of the best income streams that you can think of. Thank you.